Alright, here we go. I got my mic, everything's all good. So, from what I'm understanding, nature is OP. I just wanted to start this episode. I want to, it's probably not going to be as long as a normal episode. There's a lot of issues going on with Stats Revamp right now, and I'm just going to do some call-outs on it because it's annoying as hell. And a lot of people said, well, it's not my fault, or it's not this fault, or it's not that fault. Alright. So. Come on, pop up. You got any questions to ask me during this stream, go ahead. There we go. Pull up, pull up, pull up. And we got a chat box, I think. Alright. Mr. Golden, what's up? Misty Twinkle, what's up? Alright, so some of the... Alright, this was strictly going to be about Stats Revamp. The problem is not the actual Stats Revamp itself to a certain extent. Something that I don't know, I don't know how they do it when they decide to do Stats Revamp. Did they decide to pick a certain loadout for each power and go, you know what, this is a loadout, they gotta find it, but we're gonna make all the damage equal. I don't know if they really went into that aspect of the game. It doesn't feel like it to me, because, you know, they talk about people having to be more equal, but then people figure out the game, and you know what I mean, it's just sold stuff, good. Alright, why are people doing PvP instead of PvE? Because they think that PvE is too hard, or they don't have enough SP, stuff like that. They're just not running with crew. This is my opinion, okay? I don't think that there's a lot of people really paying attention to the game. Like I said, I don't know how they were doing. What's up, Batman? I don't know if they were really, like I said, I really don't think they really decided, hey, you know what, let's make a loadout and make everybody have to figure out what this loadout is in order to do equal amount of damage. It just doesn't seem like that's the, you know, the take that they put on it. So yes, you do have OP power still. Mainly because of SP. So, I mean, I don't see. I don't mind that message. What? At least why? What? Batman, if you're trying to, you gotta do me in there. Terminator, if you want to join, you're more than welcome. We need people to help recruit. So, yeah, so I mean, the biggest problems that I've noticed is in the game that we have people jumping into the bandwagon, thinking that they're, you know, doing a good loadout, and almost getting out DPS by lower CR because they got higher SP. I understand that they decided to make the CR not as noticeable, but then for somebody like me, I have the SP. I put the grind in for the gear, but because my SP doesn't reflect nearly what I've been going up against, I guess you could say, in raids and whatnot, it's like it doesn't justify it. It's like, why did I even bother?
I don't want to leave you out
you know?
I'll get back as soon as possible.
So, I mean, that's... I think, like I said, I think... Wrong chat again. Okay, I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. It's a little hot in my apartment. So you gotta look at it this way. I mean, I look at stats revamp, I think everything's going good. But then once, you know, the people have figured out the loadouts and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't remember who it was, but somebody in my stream kept telling me, switch out Mastat for Sidekick Robot. Switch it out, switch it out. Well, you know what? I'll be honest. I switched it up. Did it do anything for damage? Hell no. There was not a substantial enough difference for me to use Mastat over... Or, I'm sorry, use Robot Psychic over Mastat. But I tried it. And the reason why I tried it is that's why. Because I wanted to be able to try other things that people recommended. It didn't work. Didn't hit nearly as much. But I tried because somebody told me it might work a little better. I've tried different ways of running through the rotations. There's just too much that I'm getting rid of for it. But, I mean, I could see maybe taking out my supercharge and putting it in there, but I don't know how well that would do, because I only use my supercharge when it comes to bosses.
I don't want to leave you out here.
So, I mean...
I'll get back as soon as possible.
Alright, back to stats revamp. Anyways, I got a little sidetracked off that. The biggest problem in stats revamp is the experienced players. The people who have 300 SP. The people who just want to jump into the game and play the game and get it done and get their stuff done. Okay? I'm all for that. Those are great people. Okay? They want to get the stuff done. They want to get it done now. Now where the problem comes in is there's people over here trash talking lower players, lower CR and stuff, and saying, hey, you know what? You're trash. You don't know your role. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not stepping up and being a good player to the other people in the game and saying, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. You're not doing a little good. Why don't you try this? Or why don't you try that? Because I have that type of power. Or I've played that power before. So, I mean, we need people in DC Universe to step their game up that are more experienced and whatnot and jump in the game when they notice something, an issue, and instead of being an ass about it, saying, hey, you know what, hey, do you mind if I talk to you for a second about your loadout or what you're using? I'm sort of curious why I feel like the struggle's coming from your part. Or, what I think you could do. You're doing good, but I think you can improve because I noticed you had a little problem in this area. Maybe you should try this, or maybe you should try that. These are things that need to happen as a whole group. It seems to be that a lot of people just are dinks in the game, and you know what? I don't care. You know, I mean, people that taught me how to play this game, okay, played a lot more MMOs, RPGs, stuff like that, and really showed me how to play it. Okay, I was not beast, and I still don't classify myself as a beast player. Do I know how to play tank? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, that's not saying that I'm doing it right. Okay, so I don't need people criticizing me or criticizing other people. You know, because they think I'm gonna put this out. I don't remember the person, but they commented on my tank loadout, and like I said, within a certain time limit on my tank loadout, when I was doing the tank loadout video, that this is just a temporary tank loadout. I'll be coming out with another one. I said this is just one I'm trying out now, and people went on there to preach that, you know, oh, it sucks. If you were to go into survival mode, you're not going to do anything. Well, how do you know? Is there survival mode? Do I not see it? Let's see. No survival mode. So how can they justify it? They need to fix it. You know, I'll be honest, what they need to fix, okay? Because they were talking about trying to bring it back to the way it was. Okay. Now, I remember when they enhanced all the combat features of you were able to stun NPCs and stuff like that. You were actually able to stun them. It actually mattered. You know what I mean? Now, they've lost their way when it came to that. They really did. Because, like, Decaton, yeah, no. What is it? JFA, last boss JFA. Was it Decaton or Per Decaton? I don't remember. They get freaking rhyming names. Anyways, the last boss there, he's got a staff. And if he actually goes through his mechanics, and I'm blocking, because I'll be honest with you, when I first started playing, I was staff, and I was staff for the longest time because I figured that was the best thing for tank. But yes, I was mistaken. But I know how the staff mechanics work. So when I'm sitting there at the last boss, and I'm blocking, and he's doing his final heave-ho on damage on me while I'm blocking, he should not knock me on my block. He should be knocking himself on the ground. That was a huge thing I've noticed. That's my biggest complaint when it comes to boss mechanics and stuff like that. They're not true to what they were trying to do at all. The CR180 and higher aren't doing that much DPS like they did before. Believe it or not, I almost got out DPS by a 180. What was I doing? Gome. So that's just people having to learn their whole loadouts and whatnot still. That's another thing, guys. If you're struggling, you're like, oh, this doesn't work anymore. Well, there's a reason why it doesn't work anymore. It's called the stats revamp. You need to take the time. If you think the casting cost, stuff, yeah, in raids. If you need to take the time, play out your stats, try to find your weaknesses, make them stronger. Like sorcery, God, I don't even know if I want to go into sorcery. I jumped on my sorcery tune. They got some powers now that used to be like 2-3 second cooldown. Now they're like 15-second cooldown. But they heal better now. But the problem is sorceries heal over time. It feels like it's not there anymore. I don't know about if anybody else who's sorcery has feel that too, but I do. It just feels like it doesn't, unless you're on a circle, there's really no heal over time. Which I guess it was like that before, but I mean, you were able to pop through your powers and keep people a constant flow, I guess is what I'm trying to say, of power or health going out. It just irks me how people sit there and complain about other roles. I got into a raid. I don't remember what we were doing. It was a failure raid. It was going nowhere. Healer was... Oh, yeah. Healer was struggling. And he was sorcery. And he says, I don't know what I got to do here. My casting costs, or my cooldown time is horrendous now. And I'm like, yeah? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, maybe you need to look in there. Maybe they put something else in there. We'll get into that, exotic. And he was complaining about his loadout, and he wasn't able to heal like he used to be able to. He wasn't able to, because, we were doing Throne. And I was on smacking, if you guys remembered. I jumped off before I got into that Throne raid, and that was a horrible raid. It went sour. I jumped in there. I was trying to help people out. I was trying to talk. The one healer guy who kept interrupting me, and I was trying to help him out, and he's like, well, I don't know what to do because of the cooldown time's horrible. I need to, they got to do something about this. No, they don't need to do something about it. You guys, as people, need to sit there and go through every power. Check its cooldown. See what it does. Try it out. Because if you got that one thing that's already making you a crappy healer, okay, and you can only use it every 15 seconds, maybe you should switch it out for something else, because you can switch out your powers on the fly. Switch it out with something else. All these little bitty powers, they're, lower casting costs. Yeah, they may not heal as good, but can you spam it a little bit more maybe? Or maybe can you keep it constantly up? Or something like that. Those are the things that people need to look at. And a lot of people aren't doing that. So, I mean, that's more of an argument than anything else. But, alright, now, what I'm doing, yes, now, you're constantly getting knocked around. Alright, actually, I can't do it, yo. My 199 DPS, 120 SP, and I'm doing the loadout, constantly getting interrupted non-stop. That is a huge problem, it seems like. It seems like now, and especially if you guys watch some of my videos when I'm tanking, I'm getting knocked around like a rag doll. It don't matter what raid either. If it's a lower content raid, I get knocked around just as much as I did before. And they changed a lot when it comes to my mechanics more than they did the bosses. They said they changed NPCs and blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm sure they did something, but I'm not noticing it.
I sure didn't think I'd ever see you again, Lady Blackhawk.
What? Why are you? Oh, I'm done, bro. That's funny. Alright, I think you're in the wrong chat there, buddy. This is not tech support for T-Mobile. Alright, so let's look. Oh, I got knocked out before I changed. I'm tank right now. I just switched. Alright. Alright. So, like, if you notice my third and fourth power. Ah, crap. I used to be able to survive through this right here. This whole ground pound, I used to be able to survive through the whole damn thing. Now, I can't do it. Oh my gosh. That's irritating to me. But if you look at my third and fourth power, okay, I had to change my fourth one because it doesn't do anything. Now my third power used to knock me out of effects, control effects, etc. Now it doesn't do that. Come on. You know you want to jump me. Nope. This guy just don't listen, bro. I might as well just switch to DPS. But alright. These Paradox? No, you can two-man them. That's the problem. And I liked that. I liked how you could go in there with two-man because you were higher CR. Okay. See, the way that they had the game balanced, when you came in here off your CR, and you were able to come up to this boss, and you were low CR, and you were to start pounding on him, you start beating up on him and everything like that. You notice when you were lower CR, it was a difference. You weren't going to do it. You're going to be beaten up like that. Okay. And that's the thing. You two-man Paradox Thursday. Yeah, I'd like to see that one. It really depends on which Paradox Reaper. That one that you just seen us at, you could do it. Because you just have to roll out. But the one that shoots the... I can't remember which one it is, but he shoots the Severes. Little, like, glow balls and stuff at you. And, yeah, you ain't doing two-manning that one. But I could see you two-manning that one we just did. But there is a lot of ducking and rolling on that one. But like I said, the reason the CR didn't matter that much in my opinion. Because it was balanced out for the raid. It was balanced out for everything else. Because I'll be honest, I think JFA Elite and US Elite are easier now than they were before Stats Revamp. I know, I'm just messing with you there, buddy. Don't worry about it. So I honestly think that they are easier than they were before. I've also seen some people take a long time to destroy the bosses in other live streams. It seems terrible, like an hour to kill one thing. Yes, that is very true. And that's because people are having to learn their powers. And like I said, the main problem with the stats revamp is the experienced high SP player jumping into the raid, not wanting to say, hey, you got a minute, let's talk this out, because they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They're like, I grinded all my stuff out for a reason, so I didn't have to do it anymore. Well, that's fine. But if you're not going to be helping out with other people, what the hell's the point of being in the game, bro? Nobody cares if you can frickin' goddamn do everything yourself. Nobody cares if you're that OP power. If you're not willing to help out other people who need guidance or haven't ran a raid, because there's a lot of people that have come back to this game. A lot of people that come back. And they're doing raids and stuff, and they have no clue what they're doing because it's new content to them. And they came back because of the stats revamp. And the more experienced players not jumping in there and not telling them, hey, you know what? Did you just come back for stat revamp? Excuse me. Did you just come back for stats revamp? And if they say, yeah, all right, well, here's what I'm going to help you out, man. You got to do this, you got to do that. Okay, I completely understand this. You know? Nobody's doing that. What are you gonna do? Buy SP on a different tune? But so my big complaint, People need to help. Yes. I know, Batman. I told you to do that. It's going to be the best thing in your life when you start doing it. I mean, unless you're just unlocking skill points from one tune to another, yeah, I'd probably do that way. Yeah, if you have skill points and stuff that you could put on that tune that's higher gear, by using replays, I would definitely do that. It's going to help your performance throughout the game a lot better. That's my personal. You don't have to do it. I'm just giving you my opinion. So yeah, I mean, I ran into, what, since Stats Revamp, I ran it into probably about at least 25, 30 people that have come back because of the Stats Revamp and want to play because they said, oh, they keep saying it's going to be so much better. And then I've had one person just out of the blue, I don't even remember playing with them, and he's like, if you use replays, yeah, definitely. Replays are good on all tunes. So, I mean, this guy, he came back because he wanted to try out Stats Revamp. Then he sends me a message, like, because I helped him out during a raid, because he had no clue what he was doing during the raid. I helped him out, told him what was up. He was like, thank you. I'm just going to try this out, see what everything's about again. If I don't like it, then I'm going to just get off it again. And he sat there, what was it, like maybe 4 days later, sent me a tell, said, hey man, thanks for, helping me out in that raid and stuff, but I don't think Stats Revamp is for me. And I'm sitting here thinking, why is it not good for me? Why is it not good for you? And it's because his CR was so high that he wanted to run the newer content that he hadn't ran before, and he couldn't because he didn't have enough SP to really do any damage. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good thing to get people to do SP. People need to run. They need to get their skill points. They're trying to make the game last longer by forcing people now to go and get their SP. Now, here's the thing. I know DC Universe is a money-making game. And I'm all for DC Universe being a money-making game, because you need money to keep the game going. You need money to keep the game with new content. I love playing the game. But the way that they designed it, they in my opinion, this is like a cloak and dagger situation in my eyes. They said they're doing the Stats Revamp. It's going to be better. People are going to be able to do stuff. But then, bam, they come out and say, hey, guess what? We're going to make it harder for you. We're going to make the older content hard for you. But in order to get that frickin' feat, it's going to take you a lot harder time getting through it, because it's just going to be harder. But you have to have SP to do it, to make it easier. I don't know. What I think is, I think that they think a lot of people will sit there and use their replays on this older content while they're getting feats and try to get more money out of, content. But in all actuality, not many people are doing that. I don't know. This was just my rant. Oh, I agree with you on the acrobat speed. Could you help me gear up because I am a troll and I want to go DPS? Or should I get 188 CR and then do quests that you're doing to gear up DPS? I would sit there and stay your main role as troll. Get your CR up to where you can get into the newest content, Keep running it, and slowly, every piece of gear you get, put it into DPS. Because me, I'm tank. I always play tank. I love playing tank. I feel like DCUO could make some money if they put like actual commercials on the signs in the Metropolis and Gotham, but I feel the game is hard for free-to-play players. Yes, it is hard for free-to-play players. It is. And there's a reason for that. They want you to become legendary. Every game is out there to make money when it's like this. It's just that simple. Every game is. Call of Duty. Buy this game, get it content exclusively available on PS4, exclusively on Xbox, and then you have more people buying this system because of that, or this system because of that. I think my biggest thing is when I'm playing, there's a lot of people that ask me, are you on Xbox or what are you on? And I'm like, well, I'm on PS4 and I'm on US. I get a lot of people that watch me from, EU and Xbox, but can I play with them? No. So, I mean, I love to try and help out those people because they're in the biggest. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to be easier for them to adjust. Do I think they're? No, I don't. I really don't think it's going to be easier to them adjust because a lot of those people are going off what people are doing on YouTube, what people are doing on forums, stuff like that. That's all they have to go by. So when they're jumping into that game, they think it's going to be a cool breeze. And it's not really going to be a cool breeze because a lot of that stuff, the content and their stuff like that they're looking up on YouTube and quote-unquote everything else is not top content. They're looking at these people running through a feat and they're smashing it in seconds, and the guy's going, I don't know how he makes it look so easy. Well, it's because the stats revamp, it hasn't affected you as much as it has affected more veteran players. I think there could be some improvement, though. Like I said, I'm sort of curious. When they were doing the stats revamp, did they go individual powers and decided to? It just doesn't seem like on some powers. It doesn't seem like they set up an OP loadout to have people try to figure out what it is. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like that. I don't know. It feels like they just went, all right, there you go. Stats revamp, done. So, I mean, that's my big thing. It just doesn't feel like they did it that way. Well, that's good, Misty. That's really good. That's because nobody stepped up their, Batman, nobody stepped up to you. And nobody said, hey, SP matters. I guarantee that's exactly what happened. Everybody's like, oh, just get your CR up. Okay, I really think that's what's the problem. Mystical Gaming. Yeah, I think Fire DPS is broken now. It's way too OP. You think Fire's too OP? Huh. I've been messing around with Fire. I haven't found the OP loadout yet. I put up a couple of my ideas. That's all my... here's the thing. And everybody needs to know this. When I post a loadout, that's just my idea. Okay? That's what I am trying at this time. That's it. Yeah. And the thing is that's the way... And it's so disgusting. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you sit there and you say nature and hard light is OP DPS. Now this is what's so disgusting about it. Is last time they did an update, guess what was OP? Nature and hard light. So then they nerfed them. So, I mean, it's sort of funny how it seems like it's just a rotation going back around. Alright, oh, there's one right there. Oh, I agree, it really does depend on the player. But like I said, it seems like there's got to be some madness to their loadouts, to what they think is equalizing out stats revamp. Okay, and that seems to be the thing that's killing the factor of the stats revamp right now. That's why it's not being praised as the best thing being done to the game right now. I think it's fine. I'm working on it. I'm figuring out my loadout. I will eventually get it. Well, like I said, the big thing, my biggest complaint is, man, if you got 300 SP, or you got 200 and some odd SP, and you got top gear, you got all OP items and everything like that, in my opinion, rage or electricity, I would go electricity. And I'll get into that here in a second. 411, report back. Alright, we're done with all that. Okay. So, I mean, you're higher level, you're higher CR, everything like that, you need to step up. You see somebody struggling, somebody not doing their part right. If you know that power, you know a better loadout, step up. Be like, hey, you think I could maybe give you this loadout? You could try that out. Or maybe try something else out with your loadout. I just don't think it's working out for you. Help out. Ask them how many SP they got. Tell them stuff that they can do to get their SP up higher. A lot of people... Now, here's the big thing. A lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of SP out there to be made that's simple. Like, you want to go through and you want to find... you want to do all your exploring feats. Okay? Through Gotham, Metropolis, everything. Yes, that's the problem. Too many people are cocky to help. They won't help because their ego's too high. It's just it's horrible, horrible. But okay. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. Like the skill points. I mean, you guys got to get your exploring feats done if you got low SP. You got to go through all the original raids. You get exploring feats just for going through that stuff. Your alerts, you get exploring feats. All this stuff. Then you got to go through. You got to make sure you do all your booster gold missions through every police station. You get feats for that. You get feats for your races. This is all stuff you can do with nobody's help, really. All you got to do is just go into it. Do it. Complete it. That's it. And you get feats. I mean, that's the huge thing. You just, if you want to get your SP up, you got to go right back to the basics. I mean, your easiest feats, let's see here. Bases. There's a lot of base ones that are just easy. General. I mean, all these are hit counters, your orange barrels, red barrels, stuff like that. It's just simple. Now, here's the way I'm going to look at it this way. If you want to do, like, your orange barrels, red barrels, and stuff like that, you want to go to Area 51 with a group of people. Just shout out, man, hey, I want to know if anybody wants to do barrel feats or something like that, you know? You guys go into Area 51. I think it's, second boss location. There's so many orange barrels and stuff like that. So many things you can find there. Just get them done, man. Collectibles. Look at this. Get all your briefings. This is a little more time consuming. Get all your briefings, everything like that. Tokens of merit. I think this is the worst thing that could ever possibly come into DC Universe, in my opinion. This was actually made in there for people who had a bunch of tokens they had nothing to use it on, but then they decided to go down to a one token system, so I don't know why they just I don't know. They left it in there. Races. Get all your races. Look at all these feat points here. Simple stuff. Renown. I'm going to stress renown. You got to get renown done. Look at this. All this renown. Get great amount of feats. All right. Now, as somebody asked if rage or electricity better. Now, when I started playing DC, this is how it was ran. And I don't think they're ever going to get back to this point, but we're going to hopefully try that. Back when DC first came out, unless you were tank, you did not use melee weapons. You stuck to bow, you stuck to dual pistols, you stuck to rifle. Okay? Those were your weapons. If you were DPS, troll, or healer, a lot of people use that. Only time you didn't finish your sentence there, Phoenix. But that's the way it used to be. People did not use melee weapons as DPS until I told a YouTuber loadout that would.
Where's Wildcat? I'm beginning to worry.
I still you're. I can't get that. I'm lost in translation on that. But it used to be ranged weapons when you weren't tank. Okay. It also used to be the tank led the group. Okay. And I noticed that whole mentality of this gameplay has fallen apart. Well, that's pretty simple then. Phoenix, I would tell him, I'm not saying your loadout's not better. I'm not saying anything like that. Why don't you try this one out, see what you think about it. It's all in how you talk about it. And that's the thing. A lot of people are hard-headed. They don't want to do that. Like I told you guys, I had somebody tell me put that stupid robot on my loadout. I tried it, dude. I'd prefer the 20K hit with my mass det than, 500 hits every, 6-7 ticks. So anyways, yeah, so it used to be tank led the raid, okay. And then it would be like healer, troll, and then the DPSs would come in right there. I mean, they would be all in the back. And it was never a problem. The tank was allowed to pull aggro. We didn't have these frickin' bots or henchmen that we were able to call in. There's a lot of things that affect the tank, and a lot of people don't know that. Well, and he's stupid to listen to his other friend if he liked it and it worked. But anyway, so that's how it used to be. Now, it seems in a lot of runs and stuff like that, it's just going bad. And I think that's why they tried doing the stats revamp so we didn't have so many gung-ho people. But the problem is the game's been so gung-ho play for so long that people aren't realizing that it's not, you don't need to do that. It's not going to work out for you that way. I mean, there's only certain powers I think that should even have melee weapon, and that's because they're based on their power. Such as, I think, Rage should be a melee power only. Atomic. What else? Probably Earth, because no, really. I think Earth has got a pretty good range loadout. But anyways, I know for sure DPS or Rage and Atomic, in my eyes, should be Rage. Oh, Hardlight. Hardlight too. I think the way that they had Hardlight set up before, awesome. Okay. You used all your powers, you go straight into precision, you do massive damage. Yeah, I thought it was perfect. But there's a lot of people who didn't. Alright, let's see, what do we get here? Core. I'm getting junk. So, yeah, I mean, just seems like people need to help out a lot more. It really does. Alright, what do we get here? Oh, I got a weapon box. That's why it went off like that. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, so what I want to know now, I'm 142 with about 100 SP, but the raids I need to do, I can never finish because teams are always all DPS and I can never get them done. How am I supposed to raise my CR? Okay. Easiest way to do that is, and this is the thing, they don't help. Nobody helps people out like this. Okay. You got what's called LFG. Looking for group. Easiest way to do, and here's the other problem, and I'll get to it here in a second. Okay, you got LFG, and you see my LFG chat. It's going off. Need troll for Olympus and Gome, stuff like that. To do these older raids and stuff, you need to jump in this LFG and start shouting you need rolls. You need rolls. You say, I'm trying to do this, need rolls, help out, you know. It's going to take you a lot longer because it's older content. And the biggest problem with older content is they don't allow higher CR to get anything from it except for gear.
Keep fighting. Your strength will
well, for the higher tier player to help out and the higher tier player to be more helpful with other people, it's not going to happen because you have this imbalance of people not wanting going to that lower tier. Well, I have all the style feats out of there, or I have all the feats out of that. Why do I want to go back in there? Well, there needs to be an incentive for higher CR. And they took that away when they took away giving away marks. This whole, where is it? On duty. This whole crap where, let's go. We're going to go down to family. Okay. Minimum CR, 84. Suggested CR, 84. Suggested dominance, 1104. Rewards, 84 to 104. Marks of victory and loot items. If you're above 104, you only get loot items. What incentive do I have to go back into that? For me being somebody who's got all the feats in that, or something like that. So that's always been bad ever since they've done that. That's been like that for a long time. It's been driving me insane. So, I mean, that's the big thing. So I would jump into LFG if you're trying to get into a raid, or you're trying to get a raid done to get better gear. You need to sit there and start throwing out an LFG, trying to do this raid, need rolls for, you know, throne, or need rolls for this, and just start shouting it out, okay? Eventually, we're going to start seeing that LFG change to older content. It's not always going to be newer content. But see, the biggest problem is not a lot of people know how to use LFG. Okay. Now, something you guys can do, and I'm going to show you this, guys. Go if you don't have LFG chat. Okay, you can go into your settings. All right. You go to your chat options. You can create a new chat. Okay. Add new tab. It's called tab 3. Alright, and then we're going to go down to it and hit edit. Now look at all this stuff. You can put in, this is what I like. You can take and completely customize this chat channel. You can put everything. So anything in it, everything comes out. Okay. It's just amazing. So if you just want a channel to just be shout, you highlight it like I did, or if you don't want broadcast or you don't want system, you just change it. So if you just want trade chat, you can put trade chat on there. Okay. You just want league in there, you can just put league in there so you don't see anything else. If you want to make a chat box just to see your damage in or damage out, I understand that, Elite, but some people don't, and this is a big thing I think it needs to be covered. Because a lot of people don't know about it, so they don't even bother with it because they're too new to the game. And there's all sorts of stuff you can do in here. All sorts of stuff. So, I mean, that's just something that people need to jump on the bandwagon and start using more. So, I mean, that's huge. What's up, Brian? Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. I want to see my CR range. I think, I don't know how good that would do to max people out to only, wait, how do I get that menu? You go, see? Aha. Alright, so you go into settings, go over to chat options. Okay, you got this add new tab or create custom channel. Okay. Then you want to do add a new tab. Okay, and then you just scroll down. See, I got my default, I got my looking, I got my damage one, and then we got the one we just created. So you hit square. Okay, and then that brings up this whole list of stuff here that we can change. And you can just put anything in and out of this whole thing that you want. So if you just want LFG chat, you can put it in there. Okay, everything. It's very nice. And then you just hit square and you save it. So, and then say you don't want it anymore. I mean, you can just, okay, where is it? Screwing up on me. All right. Boom, delete.
Walking in circles is a
But how'd you bring it up? What do you want, PC or PS4? Or Xbox?
The mascara is at peace does not mean I do not know how to fight.
PS4. Okay, so you want to hit the option button on your controller. And then you just go down to, or, I'm sorry, press and hold the option button. I apologize. Press and hold it. Okay, and then you take your left analog joystick and you can move it around like I am so. Go down to settings. Okay, and that'll pull up that one. Now, once you're up into this one, if you look at the bottom of my screen, it says L2 and R2. You can scroll through that same menu. So if you just wanted to quickly go into it, you hit options, and then you just R2, L2, and move around.
Let me onto the battlefield.
Alright, what do I do? I did all my journal. Yes, just one more thing to go. Yep. But see, this is things that a lot of the new players don't know. They don't know how to do everything in this game because this game has come so far that now that the stats revamp came out, it's making it harder on them because, and you can say whatever you want, but stats revamp, it's awesome for the experienced player, and that's all that it circles around. I don't know how they seem to think that stats revamp works for the player who doesn't really know what they're doing, but they've been playing the game for a while, haven't really gotten up their CR because they're free to play, so they don't really quite know everything, which is, believe it or not, a main portion. Yes, you can mail money to yourself from different characters. Just add them to your friends list, go to the mailbox, go to compose, and then it'll give you a list of everybody's name on your left. So that your other character that you named under that, you just put that name in, and then boom, you're done. You're good to go. Uh, but alright. Can you help me to get Future Crusader back? That is the last part I need. No. Where is it? It's in time capsules.
Keep fighting. Your strength will not go unnoticed.
All right. I agree. They should make everything free because players are still going to buy stuff from store. I agree. I really do. A lot of these companies are trying to make sure, like DC Universe, there's so much in here that you could promote. You could get people to buy. I mean, like, look at this half off sale they're having right now. I guarantee they're banking like crazy right now. Okay. If they were to do that more, there's going to be a lot more progress in the game, in my opinion. But, what do I know? Alright, everybody's freaking tagging me on Facebook, yo. Ghost 4193, thanks for subbing. Where is my email?
I'm getting tired of guard duty. I need to hit something now.
Yeah, and then when you're talking about free to play money, it's only 1,500 versus well, legendary. I like I said, it's a money game. They're trying to make sure they keep the money rolling. So I mean, of course, legendary's going to have unlimited access. Now, the jump from such as free to play from to premium isn't that much of a jump there, and I think that's a little harsh. Yeah, people would be more drawn to the game if the game was completely free. Completely free. You're gonna see so many people jump on the game because they can play all the content, they can do all the stuff, have so much fun, and not have to worry about it.
You fight with the ferocity of an Amazon.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. Does Destiny have a membership monthly? I don't think it does. I don't know. Well, you can't go so much as 350K. Alright, man. Thanks for joining. And the reason why you can't go that high. If you go up to 350K, then you're just enhancing the bank. You're causing the bank to go higher up. But right now, it's still ridiculous. I mean, when they had that, there's a whole money glitch way back in the day. I mean, I was making out like a bandit when it came to... I was farming exo bits. I mean, aggressive exo bytes. Bytes, not bits. Or no. Aggressive bits. Yeah, bits are the smaller ones, bytes are the bigger ones. Anyways, so a stack of bits, I was making 50 to 70 mil off a stack of those. Now you go in the broker, they're 30,000. So the only thing that's bringing big money in the game right now when it comes to buying stuff in the broker is the new Time Torn gear and stuff like that. Yeah, I think 100,000 would be perfect, because that would give you enough times to where, because I mean, there's been raids. I've been in a raid, and I guarantee I've gone through $1,000,000 in repairs because it was just so horrible. Or I shouldn't say a million. I say I've gone through about 100,000 in repairs. Okay, and it's been really really bad. My loadout for my tank here, yeah, it seems to be working. Like I said, they sort of ruined fire because all my breakout moves don't break out anymore. Let's see, loadout. Like Burning Determination. I used to run Stoked Flames because it used to kick you out. Or no, Burning Determination used to kick you out. Now it just gives you a shield that doesn't even tell you it gives you a shield. And I used to use Stoked Flames because I used to have Stoked Flames here and then Burning Determination there. But it's not working. I don't know how much the Midnight Helmet's worth. That's what the broker's for. Alright, let's go to my base. But yes, for tanking purposes, it's nice. The biggest issue I've had since Stats Revamp came out is I'm a tank. When I'm in block mode, I should be like a rock. With the occasional knockout, I gotta use my breakout ability. Since Stats Revamp, I'm getting knocked on my butt constantly while I'm blocking. And the thing is if you look at the mechanics of the boss or the ad that's doing it, it's not even a breakout ability. So it's annoying as hell. Alright. So if you have something or you're looking for... Okay, I'm going to show you guys something real quick here. If you guys are trying to sell something, let's just go into ad. Say I want to sell this mod. Quickest way to do it, guys. Hit triangle. Or I don't know what it is on PC. I'm assuming Xbox would be like Y or something. But you hit X. Or excuse me, you hit triangle. And look at that. It brings it up lowest to highest. A lot of people don't know that either. So when you're trying to sell something, you go up to it, you hit triangle, bam, it shows you. Okay? It shows you everything. But yeah, I think my tank loadouts, it works pretty good. They sort of ruin fire a little bit, like I was saying. I can't break out as much as I used to. I get knocked on my butt. You know what? I've been wanting to check that. Let's go to stat point. Or no. It's under flight. Yeah, see, look at this. I have all these. And Universal Soldier controls me, beats me up, everything else in block. He'll stun me while I'm blocking. It drives me insane. So, I mean, a lot has happened. I think there's a lot of improvement. I think the higher level CR, higher level SP people, we need to step up. If we see something as a problem in the raid, don't be an ass about it. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm thinking that this is our problem here. You need to talk as a group. If that person's going to get upset about it, say, hey, no, don't get upset. We're just noticing where the problem is as a team, and we're trying to fix the problem. Okay? We got too many people that jump in there. Oh, this dude, he's crap. Or, oh, this dude, he's you know, F this, or, you know, whatever. Don't do that. Be like, hey, dude, what's your power? And if they say it, anybody else in the thing ever used that power before after Stats Revamp? Oh, yeah, dude. Well, I want you to see what he's got in his loadout, compare it to yours, and see maybe what's going on here so we can get through this real quick. Nobody wants to take that time. So here's what I'm asking. So as a community of DC Universe, we need to step up and help each other as opposed to just, I'm top DPS, or I did this too much. I did the struggle. I got my SP. I got my CR. I don't need to help. I'm done with it. That's fine. Don't help with the raids. Don't help with the feats. Don't help with the alerts. But help the people out with their loadouts. Help them become a better player. That takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. Okay? It's not like trying to go get Omega Mega feat or Omega 13 feat and you're sitting in there for 2-3 hours trying to get that done. It's not like that, man. We need people to help. That's the big thing. So, with that being said, I'm going to cut the stream here. I just want to get this out there. People need to help. So anyways, guys, please rate and subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, dude. I like to see a lot of thumbs up on this video. I really wanted to make this video happen. I have a couple on the back burner that I made, and I just didn't like it. I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to wing it. And that's what I did, guys. So, please give me a like button, man. Please sub, hit the bell button, dude. I stream every night, 10 o'clock, except for Fridays. Alright, man. You guys have a great night, and thanks for watching.